Hey, this is Deanna from Sincere Engineer, and you're listening to Bothering the Band podcast.
Welcome to Bothering the Band. We're so happy to have you.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we love your tunes,
Oh, thanks.
to say the least.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks for squeezing us in.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump right into it. My name's Ryan. This is Abby.
Cool. I'm Deanna. Nice to meet you guys.
Oh, wait, what? No, we know. Icebreaker question. What is the size of your bed?
A queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not a California king?
No, that's like my wanting to get one.
Yeah.
What that's referring to.
We'll get there one day.
For sure.
So, wait a minute. Just humor me here. How is a California king? What, like, how much bigger is it?
Like a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. It's also like longer too. I think it's like, I mean, I don't know the dimensions, but it's like longer, like lengthwise, and it's like maybe two queens together or something.
Oh man.
It's not just a king, it's like a California king. I don't know.
I had a Florida fool growing up.
Nice.
Okay, sticking with the bed. What's your blanket pillow situation? Do you have like two pillows, like a ton of pillows? What are we talking here?
Just two, but I end up like not using either of them.
Oh, so you go flat, back, or stomach?
No, just like take it away. Which is like
Wow.
something that's happened more recently as I get older.
And tons of covers, no covers, one ghetto sheet.
Just one.
Okay.
Just one straight sheet.
And the most important thing is it a duvet or just like a comforter?
No, I don't know what we like toured in Europe and I learned what a duvet is and I don't understand them.
I learned what one was when I was like 25. I was like, wait, this blanket has a blanket?
Yeah. I was 30 and I never want to experience it again. So
oh yeah. So every interview we read with you, it was fun. You brought out a lot of humor. So I was like, oh, she's gonna be perfect for this. This is only the tip of the iceberg, but farts, funny or not funny?
Funny, always. These questions are way better than most interviews. This is awesome.
I think farts in the like, as long as they're not gross, they're always funny.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Unless it's like clearing the room or something.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's funny, but then it's also like,
yeah, there is a limit. There's a hard.
Yeah, for sure.
They're super funny until it gets to a certain point.
Exactly.
Okay. What have you ever written and sent a letter?
Yeah. In my life?
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, when's the last time you did such a thing?
Honestly, the last time was like a few months ago, which is weird. It's like a long story, but on the topic of like Europe and stuff, I got it in my head that I like should try to reach out to my German teacher from middle school and tell him that I was like playing like all over Germany and like how, and I just remember like when I was in like fifth grade, he like was like, I could see you being like a rock star or something. And so I was like, I gotta tell this guy like I'm playing shows in Germany. And I couldn't get a hold of him, like he retired and stuff, so all of his emails were like dead. And I found his address online and I was like, I'm gonna freaking write a letter, like a military, I don't know, it was like strange. It felt like it was 1940, but I did, and then he called me and was like, what's up?
Oh, that's great. I was gonna say, did he respond? Did you?
He did, yeah. It was like a couple months later, and he like moved to Europe, and he's like, next time you're here, I'm gonna come out to a show, and like even if I have to take a big train or whatever, I'll be there.
That's cool. It's also cool you got the choice to take German in school. That was definitely not offered.
We were a class of 10 people, and nobody else took it.
Wow, that's super cool. Okay, so in that letter, how did you sign it? Did you write sincerely?
Sincerely, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I do that like all the time as a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to do that, right?
Yeah, I do it on my emails and all that too. You can't
not. So great. Best.
Yeah, I hate that. Or regards.
Oh yeah, regards is
Best
like
is the worst one though. It like doesn't even make sense.
My work email says best regards.
no. Oh, that's right.
On purpose. I'm sorry if I offended you.
Not at all. Not at all.
Best regards. That's the title of this.
Nice. I like it.
Or the next is your engineer record.
Yeah,
Best
yeah.
regards. Okay, can you drive a stick shift?
I can't. I wish I could.
Yeah.
My dad's supposed to teach me one day, but it hasn't come up yet. So
Your dad's on the cover of the Cheap Grills, right?
yep.
Total hot dad bod. Way to go.
That picture is like 30 years old. Or maybe even 40. He said it was 87, so
Okay, cool.
I guess that's closer to 40. I think.
He's a big listener to the pod. He'll listen. It's great.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, growing up, did you ever get a D on a test?
I'm sure I did. In college I got a bunch of D's in classes though.
So I think there's a barometer with grades. I have a daughter, and
Mhm.
like this question literally comes from like I was trying to think of something with her name, and then
Yeah.
also like I don't know, I was going for grades. My daughter got a C, and I was like, oh, good job. And I'm like, is that good anymore? Like I grew up like C's were like, all right, you tried your best.
Yeah.
So in your growing up, is D like no
Yeah.
go?
That's like parents yelling at me I can't go out. But it's different when you have to pay to be there, you know. It's
Very
like
true.
when
Very
it's
true.
like I just gotta pass. They're like D's are passing sometimes, so it's like, well, you know, whatever. Loss.
Oh, wait. I have a question for you. Did your parents see your college grades? Because my parents definitely did not.
Um, we're close, so it wasn't like a matter of like, don't look at
Okay.
them. It's like,
Yeah,
what am
yeah.
I gonna do? I'm
You're like, okay, that's
almost
great that you were
failing.
close.
Yeah, yeah. So they knew.
Abby, did Deb and Tim see your grades?
In the beginning, probably.
Yeah.
And then when they went downhill, not so much.
Yeah. Like they don't give those anymore.
Yeah, I was like, no, I took everything past fail and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
passed.
I remember that. Amazing. Yeah, I did some of those too.
Yep.
So many, I'm looking at this list here. So many like growing up questions. Did you have braces growing up?
I did, yes.
Yeah. They did.
Yep.
They worked wonders.
Oh,
Your
thank
teeth
you,
look
thank
great.
you. I want them back, honestly. I have a tooth that's like out of line. I needed to get
That's the gold one.
yeah, for a cap or something. That would
Yeah.
be sick. Hell yeah.
Okay, we're now moving on to adult questions.
Sure.
You have a LinkedIn account. Do you know this?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
It's you know, what's the phrase I'm looking for? You know, I don't know.
So
Gotta
it
pay
was
the
so no, that's great. I'm so happy. It's
You're so happy.
because
It's kind of ridiculous.
Googling you versus Googling the band is, different. But I Googled you. First thing, LinkedIn. I was like, connect.
Yeah, I don't even want that to be the first thing that comes up.
No, it wasn't the first.
Okay, great. Awesome.
There's a million other articles.
I'm like trying to find a remote job, and everyone says that's what you got to do now. It's been a while since I've like interviewed for a job, so
I can't wait to sign out of that thing forever.
yeah, it's so like Twitter's where you announce all your mental issues, and Facebook's where you like funny stuff with friends, and LinkedIn is like just the I don't know.
I mean, it's like believe in your dreams shit. Like
Right,
everyone
yeah.
posts like
It's not
you
my
can do
style.
it, level up and shit like that.
Congrats to all your friends, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't
My
know.
work anniversary.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to Cheap Grills, which is just top to bottom, amazing album.
Thank you.
And I'm curious what your dad would say here. Gas or charcoal?
Now or then?
Let's hit it both.
On the cover it's charcoal.
Yeah.
But he and we have had a gas grill or like a propane, whatever.
Yeah.
Same. We've had that for forever. So
I gotta get some more propane.
We like every summer have to go like 3 times.
Yeah. I love the first one too. You're like, we need to think of this and get it. And then you
Yeah.
go, you're like, today's the day. And then you're reminded.
It scares me. I don't like pressurized tanks. I have
It
like a phobia.
scares me too.
Yeah. Any sort of like the balloon, like hot air or helium balloon tanks. I'm like always afraid they're gonna blow up.
When I was a kid, and I'm curious what both of you think, is that when I was a kid, anytime there was a man standing over an engine, I was like, oh, that guy's dead.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like that
That
either.
guy's, there's like fans and gadgets are gonna come
Yeah,
up and chop his face off.
yeah, I don't like that stuff.
And as a boy in like the 80s and 90s, it's like that was a thing that you had to deal with a lot. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Ryan, come look at this. And I'm like, I just want
Everything's
to
hot and
I want
steam.
to yeah, I want to draw cartoons and watch Indiana Jones. I don't know what that is. Oh, this is a great question. Can you change a tire?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I feel like touring, you have to.
We
Everyone
yeah,
has
we had
to.
to this last tour we went on in the middle of Colorado, we blew a tire going like 80. And it was a situation where like I did call insurance and they were like it's gonna be like 3 hours, so we were like we'll just do it, and we got it done in like 40 minutes. So take that guy on YouTube who said we don't look like we can change a tire.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
there was like the same day that guy commented there. Sometimes I read the comments and somebody wrote, "We look like we can't change a tire between the four of us." Same day we had a blowout.
Okay. Have you ever, or have you ever stage dived?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Or yeah, I have, I'm sure. Crowd survey used to be my thing, like when I was newly 21. Get really drunk and then bother everyone to lift me up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up. Um,
Yeah.
what's the past tense of stage dive? Stage dove?
Stage dove, yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so.
Stage
Dived.
dived.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds
just
better.
it's just more fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Stage dived. Still
Stage
sounds
dived.
funky, but stage dived. Sorry.
Staged.
You should be.
Yeah.
Okay. For everyone listening, I think the thing I'm most excited just to chat about is your Norm Macdonald tattoo.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it was one of those things I saw and I was like, I would love that. Like, I had like envy.
What'd you say?
I had like envy.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty sick. I like it.
It's great work.
There's plenty that I wish I hadn't gotten, but that's still on the list of cool to keep.
No, that's pretty badass. Norm's a legend. So
Yeah,
great.
he's my favorite.
There's not like a few days that go by that I don't watch something of his online.
Yeah, 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 for sure. On YouTube, the
Yeah.
interviews or whatever.
And now Instagram just knows. It's like, here you go. Here's a bunch of old SNL and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just, I remembered, and I sent this to Abby last night. Do you know on Peacock,
Mhm.
the app, they have channels, and one of the channels is a SNL vault, and they just play random SNL sketches.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's cool.
And I just put it on, and I just like left it. I would leave and come back. It was great.
That's awesome. Nice. Do you have a favorite like lesser known SNL sketch?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I like all the Norm ones that like didn't really make it to like where everyone shares them around. I like found them on torrent or whatever, torrented them
Yeah.
back in like I don't know 2011 or something. So I have a couple of some gems in my computer somewhere.
I mean, well, the polar bear sketch. Do you know this sketch?
Yeah,
That's
of course.
so good. And he has the best lines in it. He's like,
Yeah.
I tell you. That's so good.
Yeah, I could probably.
There's also, and this is kind of newer, it was a Seth Rogen sketch where it's like an Easter compilation
Okay.
CD. And it's like Will Forte and Kristen Wiig singing these songs, and I'm not even gonna do it justice. We'll send it to you.
I'll check. Yeah,
I'll
do that.
find it. It's so weird. I
Sounds
like the
amazing.
weird ones. I
Yeah, me
gravitate
too. Me
towards
too.
the weird ones.
For sure. That's awesome.
Okay. Tattoos led us to scars. Do you have any special scar stories?
Um, no, I don't think so.
No.
I got like one on my eyebrow somewhere from when oh yeah, right here. I fell into a fireplace, like on the corner, like the mantle thing or whatever, when I was like 2.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah, no, it was a long time ago.
you're like,
Uh,
yeah, I remember it was gnarly. It was stage
it
diving.
was like last week. I think that's it.
Good. That's good.
Maybe like some random ones that like I used to skateboard when I was a kid.
Oh, cool.
So
So do we.
nice. I was like
Yeah.
not good. I would just kind of mostly hold it and watch everybody else.
It's all good. It counts. It's a
Yeah,
way of
yeah,
life.
for sure.
Okay. What kind of soap are you using?
Is this like liquid or bar?
Or brand or
I like bar soap. I've like
yeah.
made this part of my stage banter recently. And like Dial is my favorite.
Nice.
Anti-micro or what do they call it? Antimicrobial or whatever.
Yeah.
The orange one.
Oh, that's so great. I prefer bar soap as well.
Yeah, it's the best. There's
Yeah.
people that like liquid soap.
I mean, I get it, body wash, but it's like, come on, there's just too many. You're adding steps, like,
Yeah. I don't
yeah.
know. I made this a poll like at shows and stuff. So
Abby's shaking her head because she just
are you liquid soap?
I am, and I like the part where Ryan said it's too many steps, but like you have to get a bar of soap and work up the lather. With the liquid, I do this, lather. It's the same
It's
amount of steps.
I
Same
guess it is the
amount
same.
of
Yeah,
steps.
yes.
no, because it's a new doohickey. Like I have hair, so it just lathers it up.
Yeah.
You're
Just
the boy hair stuff, you know.
it just feels cleaner. Like the soap, it's like, oh, I don't know. Do you use like a rag or just a hand?
I don't. I just go like this, and
Yeah,
then
me too. Me too.
an
I like
Irish
a
Spring.
loofah.
Do you ever
Like
like think about like when you do like basic things like that and then wonder if you're doing something like wrong compared to everybody else?
And that's how Reddit was invented.
Yeah, totally. And then you like talk about this like thing that people don't know, like how you do it, and then you're like, did I just say something weird? And like, does everyone think I'm weird now?
Mhm.
Oh, I feel like you're leaning towards something specific here.
Oh
So
no, I'm
let's.
not. I have that like a lot where I'm like, they like talk about the method of showering, and it's like, wait, did I just like say something really embarrassing, or does everyone do
Yeah.
that? I hope everyone does that.
I think that's great because again, there are moments in life where you're like, I've been doing this forever. No one really showed me.
Right.
Am I,
Right.
do
Yeah.
others too? I have no idea.
Like like the bath mat at like a hotel. I was never taught anything about those. And then we like the first time we toured, my bassist was like, "So you've never used a bath mat?" Because I just like threw it. Didn't know what it was.
Like, there's a rough towel. Get out of here.
Yeah, the fake towel. What is that for? So I learned that at 25 or whatever.
Now I gotta put it down.
Yeah.
I that's man, I'm gonna be racking my brain the rest of the day trying to figure out like there's without a doubt something I learned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I do that differently.
Yeah.
And which is perfect for the pod. That's what we want to know. Like these little idiosyncrasies. So
That's like when you live with someone, they find them very quickly. Like my boyfriend's like, you use that utensil for this, and I'm like, what?
You put cereal in the fridge.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, how many saved songs do you have on Spotify? This is a perfect thing because I'm like, do I have a lot? I don't know.
I don't use that feature too much.
Oh, really? Okay.
Except for like on a plane, right? Is that when people use it?
No, it's just like the songs you heart.
Like your
The
liked songs
yeah,
list.
you're liked. I'm sorry, not saved. Liked
I
songs.
think it's 329.
Whoa. They're
That's
all
not a lot,
sincere engineer songs.
right? I mean, maybe. I definitely probably did that for boosting the numbers. Uh I remember one time I like looked at that and I think somebody like as a joke favorited all the Kid Rock discography on
Oh,
my thing.
that's
I don't know if I ever took that off. No, I didn't. There it
deep,
is.
deep cut Kid Rock songs.
It's still there. I know just the one hit, don't listen to it that often. Somebody favorited the whole discography.
That's so great. That means like if you put it on random, it would just come on. You're like,
It's like I don't even know what this is.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when that happened, but
Abby, how many do you have? I bet you have a lot, like 10,000.
211.
You only have 200.
Well, I also
I'm
think
so
that
blown
like
away.
I have playlists built out for stuff. Like, ooh, this is stuff I heard on TV and want to come back to, or this is this mood or whatever. And I just save them right to those playlists
that's how I am too.
instead of to the liked one.
Oh yeah, I just hit like the heart. Any song I like, I'm like heart, heart. Now it's a plus sign, but
Yeah. I definitely don't do that. It's like you make a playlist for like the new songs you find for like that couple months, and then you make a new
Yeah,
one when they're old.
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
So, I mean, if you want to talk about like my playlists, I probably also have 200 of those.
It's exactly
it's a
same.
lot of playlists.
Ryan, you have 705 song playlists.
Yeah, I have a lot of playlists. I like other people's playlists. But
Yeah,
I have like 5,813 like hearted songs.
interesting. That's crazy. I mean, if I started doing that, it'd be, you know,
Yeah, that's why again, this is a good like judge of like where we're at, what's weird, what's not weird, what's what you're working with, what I'm working with.
yeah,
I also love sometimes if I'm like working in the garage or doing something mindless, I'll just put on the like songs and hit random,
yeah,
and then it will go from like Busta Rhymes to the Avett Brothers or some
sure,
shit.
sure.
Uh, now that we got that out of the way, okay. Can you ride a bike with no hands?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's dope. Hell
In
yeah, bro.
in the video for Trust Me, I did it like the whole time.
I thought that was special effects.
No, no, I really did it.
It was green screen.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. And somebody just held the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had
yeah.
to pretend to pedal. That's so great. Okay, going on tour,
Mm.
because this is excuse me for being a little bit open here, but Abby and I talk about this a lot. How many undies you bring in on tour?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Wow. She's a pro, Abby. Like
What do you guys do?
7 per
all
day.
of them. Every single one we own.
I've learned that like that like joke where everyone's like, am I
Shoot
gonna
myself.
am I gonna need 4 tubas or 5? I've learned 7 of everything is perfect.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you. We have to travel light, so
Yeah.
you learn you like once you've like the first tour. I personally, I bought a Switch. I bought like band like shirts from all the bands we played with. I bought like some hoodies and stuff. And then by the end of it, you don't want to deal with like traveling with it or like shoving it in the van and then it gets like full of crumbs and dust under the seat and stuff. So it's like just bring what you need. Don't buy anything.
Pro. That's what that screams to me. Pro, just a consummate professional.
Yeah. Well, I bought a Switch, like the gaming system, the first time we went to California because I was like, I'm gonna play it in the van. I did not open it once, and then just for 2 weeks, I just had it like around. Could have gotten stolen. Could have gotten broke. I also bought it in California, so paid way more tax than I needed to if I just bought it at home. It was so stupid. So it's like
Uh,
I love traveling to the highest tax rate and buying expensive items.
I'll buy a house. What do you still? Where's that Switch now?
It's at my boyfriend's house. We still play it. It's like it wasn't a waste. It was just
Ah,
I didn't even play it for the 2 weeks that I was said I was gonna. Could have just got it at home.
but that's good. Now it has a life unto itself. You know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's great. Okay, what's your oldest T-shirt you have?
Um, I have like the my school shirt from when I was in preschool, like the
Whoa.
with the it was at a church, but it wasn't like church affiliated. It was just the building. Uh, it had like their logo on it and my last name.
And you still got it. That's
I
great.
still have it. I just found it the other day.
That is it wearable at all?
Uh, yeah, for someone smaller than I.
Okay, it wasn't like an over. Like sometimes
Oh, I know. Yeah,
you get, as a kid, they're like, "Here's an extra large." You're
yeah,
like,
you'll grow into for sure. That was like in the kindergarten and on, like all the gym shirts. I could probably fit in those if I had those. But this is
yeah,
like youth, or I don't know, maybe like 14 months or something. It was like really small.
yeah. Pass it on. Okay. When's the last time, or have you ever used a payphone?
I'm sure I have. Yeah, when I was a kid,
Okay.
a roller rink to call for a ride or something.
That
Probably.
that's the correct answer. Anything dealing with roller skating rinks, you're speaking, especially teens. You're speaking our language.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
We grew up
I
going
can
there.
like totally. I can like feel the buttons. I know I've done it.
They're so gross.
Yeah, they were like grimy, but like had like a texture. I
Yeah,
definitely did.
they like had a concave to them
Yes,
too.
yeah, to collect all that bacteria.
Yeah, just real finger grease all up in there, boogers, finger grease, boogers, and like nacho cheese.
Yeah, the pizza grease from the roller rink.
So when you went to the roller rink at that age, were you skating?
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time at the roller rink. Yeah,
Yeah. So we did too in like middle school,
yeah.
and
Where are you guys from? I didn't ask that.
we're both from Florida,
Oh no. Oh okay.
and
The Florida
we
full.
yeah, Florida full bed, which is like you would think it's much smaller. It's just a twin. It's a Florida full.
It's shaped like the panhandle.
It has a concave in it because it's a hand-me-down. Uh, oh,
The
gross.
goal.
So we grew up together. We're best buds from like middle school, no joke. And grew up going to the skating rink. However, never skated.
I did.
Gotcha. Rollerblade or for
No,
whatever.
I'm a quad skater.
Got it. Nice, nice. I was a rollerblader.
Man, what happened to rollerblading?
I don't know. I want it to come back.
I have friends that still do it.
It's good for the glutes. I would totally do it, but I don't want to get caught like going down the street and then pictures on the internet or something.
So my friend did that. He rollerblades and he would go like pretty down this like pretty popular bike path and it ends
Yeah,
like it goes by this like popular road and people would like yell funny things at him.
of course.
So
Yeah.
he got really into it. He would get like short shorts and ridiculous tank tops with like
Yeah.
funny photos and he'd wear like big hats and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. And then like when they would yell at him, he'd like start doing dances or whatever. And he
Own
ended
it.
up
Yeah.
on the front page of our newspaper.
See, I'm not wrong.
This makes me so happy right now.
It did.
It happens. That's cool
Yeah.
though. It's like really good for you. I would do it for sure. I have a pair. I should bust them out.
Yeah, you should. You probably got to flip those wheels though. You know
Yeah.
how they wear on the one side. You gotta
Totally.
flip 'em.
Yeah.
Oh, I would go rollerblading with y'all. Like,
Let's go. I would love to be in Florida right now. It is like -5 degrees right now.
yeah. Sorry.
It's horrible.
That sounds brutal. And you're in Chicago, right?
Yeah, yeah, in the burbs, but yeah,
In the where in the burbs?
Southwest.
Okay. My mom is from Rockford, and I know that
Oh,
is like
nice. That's
northwest.
west. I'm familiar with Rockford. I magnet fished in Rockford.
We love magnet
And-
fishing.
Oh, nice. I found a gun in Rockford.
I'm not surprised. Chicago and all that.
Oh my God. You're the
Yeah.
well, you're the first guest to unprovoked mention magnet fishing.
Nice. We gotta do a shot.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Do you do it often? Are you like hardcore, or you just like have it in your car and you
I
just
have it
go
in my
do
car, and when it makes sense, I'll be like, "Oh, you want to throw it in?"
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
best bet. Oh
Yep.
man,
Yeah.
you found a gun. Did you have to turn it in? Did we already cover this?
I should. I think I'm gonna. It's like pieces of it. It's like the wood's gone, but the shell's there. If that makes sense, or like the skeleton of it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
gnarly.
spinning thing's gone, and the wood on the handle's gone.
It's from Al Capone.
It was Brazilian.
Whoa.
It was like a Brazilian brand. Yeah, I should probably turn it in.
It's pretty dicey.
I think legally you're supposed to,
Gotcha. I will.
at least on like all the magnet fishing videos
Yeah.
that now populate my Instagram on a regular basis because I searched them out for so long.
I spent like when I first got into it, I was like looking up all the videos. Yeah, I'll turn it in. I meant to. You know, I wanted to keep it.
Oh, that's so great. That's so fun. It's such a fun casual, like you said. If you're like, hey, there's a ditch. Let's chuck it in.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. One time we pulled up a 15-pound boat anchor, which was like
Wow.
a lot of work
Wow.
for nothing.
Whoa.
It was heavy.
Well, okay. Please come to Florida.
I bet that's some fun magnet fishing. What part of Florida?
Well, she's north, or not north, but she's in Central Florida towards the beach, and I'm South Florida. We're like 3 hours apart.
Gotcha. What is this? Is it Marco Island?
Yeah, that's west. So that's like due west from me. Like
Okay, gotcha.
maybe an hour and a half from me. That's
Gotcha.
on that
Cool, cool.
side. We're both on the East Coast, just
Okay, cool. I've been to Fort Lauderdale and
yeah, that's
Tampa.
close to me. Yeah. Fort
Oh, nice,
Lauderdale is
cool.
close
I
to
love
me.
it there.
Yeah, I mean it has its moments, but it's the better moments are when like cool bands come through and
Sure, sure. Which I bet is not that often.
It's not. Please come play here.
Yeah, no, we got it. We like go enough. It's usually only if a big tour is like going there because it's like kind of out of the way. We've done like Gainesville and Tampa, Orlando, or whatever.
we'll go magnet fishing, roller skating,
Yeah,
or
like
rollerblading.
yeah,
I think I would do that in a heartbeat, no
yeah.
joke. This
Sounds
sounds
great.
like a joke, but I'm like,
It sounds like a fabulous Saturday.
it
It
sounds
does.
so great.
Maybe some drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. I can't wait. Like, pretty soon, Sincere Engineer is going to be on tour, and I'm like, hey, remember us?
We
We're
got the
going
magnet.
rollerblading Saturday, right? You're like, what?
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
What? Okay. Being from Chicago, I'm assuming you don't put ketchup on your hot dogs?
I usually do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, I feel like it's not as big of a thing that people make it out to be.
The rest of us think it's
Yeah, yeah.
such a big, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It might be a generational thing too,
I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, the question was, you put ketchup on your corn dogs?
Sure. I eat those like significantly less. So mustard's fine on those too.
Mustard is good.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get crazy here. Remember the breakfast pancake sausage corn dogs?
Vaguely. Were they frozen?
They were frozen.
That rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah,
And they
dipping
were
into syrup.
corn dogs?
No, they're pancakes with in place of
Oh.
the.
Oh. Yeah, I don't
I'll make breakfast pigs in a blanket. Have you ever done this?
let's do it.
It's the best. You get, like the crescent rolls? You get crescent rolls and you cook some sausages and then you roll them up into it.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Bake those bad boys for however long, and then they're little breakfast
That's
pigs in
excellent.
a
Yeah.
blanket. Dip
For
them in
sure.
syrup. So I think it's a very similar concept. I just
Totally.
like crescent roll instead
Wheat
of
bread.
pancake.
Yeah.
I am starving. So hungry right now. Not even kidding. It's always around dinner time where I was like, oh man, can't wait to eat. I'm gonna go buy those frozen breakfast corn
Nice.
dogs. Wonder if they have a name. Anyways, are you ever gonna leave Chicago?
Probably not. I like
Yeah?
it. I know the song.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
song was written about days like today where it's -5 and you're trapped, but I like it generally.
I like it too, but in the summer.
Yeah, for
Love
sure.
Chicago. You'll see in some of these, there's a few of these questions that pertain to
Sure.
songs, you know. Anyways, this is another Chicago question. When's the last time you went to Cole's Bar?
Um,
Cole's Bar?
yeah, I'm familiar. I think I've only been there like once, if
Oh
that.
man, that's my favorite.
Really, I should check it out.
Yeah,
It's
check out Cole's Bar. I'm surprised.
I probably have been there. It would have been like 2016 maybe.
Yeah, that's probably the last time I was there too.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
they have a stage in the back. They do comedy and shit and punk rock.
I've been here. I don't
Yeah,
remember when,
it's
but I've been
a
there.
cool spot.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I remember it.
So this kind of goes back to what we were saying, where it's like when you do something one way, and then you just think that's the way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I went to Cole's, but this is the second time this has happened. I thought Cole's Bar was like an institution, and you're the second guest. We're like, hey, Cole's Bar. And like, I don't know what that. I barely know what that is. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, no. I was more of a G-man person or the
Okay.
ginger man.
Yeah, I know that
Like
part.
the yeah, yeah.
But when I was there, I went with a comedian friend, and he was like, "This is the spot." And they do music.
Who is it? If you don't mind me asking.
His name is Matty Ryan. He lives in New York now.
Okay.
Matty Ryan, big red hair, tall.
I don't know. I used to be familiar with a lot of the comics in Chicago, but that's not ringing a bell. Or it's kind of ringing a bell. I just don't know.
Check him out. Yeah, you might recognize him.
Cool, cool. I will.
He's getting a free plug here.
Nice.
He's very funny. He's very funny. Okay. Do you follow us on Instagram?
No, I don't think I do.
Please do.
I will
And
for sure.
yes, this is like shameless plug time. Everyone, follow Bothering the Band, please. And then also, not that you need it, follow Sincere Engineer. Great shit. We're having a good time. This is fun. Okay. Something I want to know. Can you give us a book recommendation?
I just read The Stranger yesterday, or listened to The Stranger yesterday.
The Albert Camus one?
Yeah, it's I'm so I like just I don't know, I haven't read like a ton in my adult life. And I was like I read something that was like tried like checking out the classics because that's what they're called that for a reason. So I like made a list and like my goal for this year is to like try to listen to as many as possible. So that was the second one that I've read so far this year.
That's a bold book.
I liked it. It was awesome. The first one I read was Metamorphosis by
Okay,
Oh.
well, in that case, then that's not quite so bold. if you started at Metamorphosis.
when do you guys read a lot? Do you have any recommendations?
I'm
Yeah.
not on your level right now.
I don't even know like are those
I'm
like
reading a
dark?
book by Kurt Loder.
I don't know who that is. I'm not
What?
a reader.
That's how old I am. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah. Kurt Loder was the elder statesman of MTV in the 90s.
Gotcha.
He was a VJ on MTV when they played music, and he
Sure.
he had the heavy stories or like the big breaking news.
He told
hosted
me Kurt Cobain died.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wow.
told a
Okay.
generation about it.
Gotcha.
Uh
That's cool.
yeah.
I'll look
I
into
just
it.
finished. I mean, mine's you're beating mine's. I just finished reading Matthew Perry's memoir.
Yeah, yeah. How's that?
Oh, it was so great. I mean, it's a lot of like sober stuff, and it's a lot of like I can only imagine like repetitiveness, like relapses and shit. And I was like, even I'm reading it and I'm sober, and I was like, Jesus, dude, fucking knock it
Yeah.
off, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
just kept
Yeah.
going back and like at the hair of a trigger. But it was fun and it had a good voice to it. Man, maybe I need to up the game. The next I'm gonna read is King James Bible. That's what I will. I don't fucking.
I feel like you guys are giving me too much credit. I like picked those because they were like 2 hours long on the audiobook. I was going for like, what can I eat? Like small bites into this new thing.
I
So
picture you rollerblading, like all like into it, and then when you take it off, it's just like a monotone like
yeah,
narration of
about the how life is meaningless.
yeah. I've read that book. I like that book a lot. I like the vibe.
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome. I dug it.
Okay. So we close out every episode with a song from our guests.
Okay.
And I want to know what song we should use of yours and why.
Oh, of mine. Okay, I thought I had to go like look at what I listened to recently.
No, of yours.
Uh, let's see. I'm gonna say Code Orange because that's like one of my favorites on it that kind of snuck itself in because it's like the weirdest song on the record.
Oh, I love it. That makes it even more special. I'm gonna put a little red star by it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Save it or favorite it on your Spotify.
It already is. So
Nice.
it
Thank you.
already is. This is perfect. So on a Spotify profile, there's like the Sincere Engineer Radio.
Yeah.
Those are the fun ones to listen to. So once you like bang through an artist, you're like, "Ooh, I wonder," and I'll go listen to and kind of check out. And you're like, "Oh, I like this band. I like that band."
Yeah, totally.
So what's the last thing you listened to besides Kid Rock, of course?
Always on the Kid Rock. I was listening to the Dire Straits earlier this morning. I'm in like an old people Jim Croce. Yeah.
What genre of music do you think you know the most about?
The 70s rock.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's like happy. That's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
you're like,
best.
I listen to this old people stuff, and I'm like, I listened to Jim Croce this morning too.
I mean, no, me too. But it's all like, the dad rock, as people say.
It's exactly what it is. People are like, why do you like this? And I'm like, my dad.
Yeah. It makes me feel like young.
I saw someone recently like call The National as sad dad music.
Oh,
I
that's
And I
can
was
see
like,
true.
that. Yeah,
That's true.
for sure.
and
The new dads.
Because
yeah,
dad music versus dad rock is different. Like,
Right.
dad
Yeah.
rock
Right.
is,
For sure.
you know.
For sure. Is Bon Iver in that camp?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, for me,
I
for
think I would.
sure.
Hundo P.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
without a doubt. It's just such a weird like thing to think about. You're like, man, when I was 25 and angry in Brooklyn, I was like, this hits. Now I'm like, yeah, I see it. I see
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Although in my older age, I've fallen in love more with punk rock and like harder things. And I put it on the car like way more. So it all comes back around.
Totally. Yeah, I still like punk.
Yeah. From like, like 10 to like 23, it was just like punk rock, mostly
Yeah,
punk rock or hip hop and all this stuff. And then like 23 to 30, it's like, I want to listen about men in cabins falling in and out of love.
for sure. For sure.
There is a
Yeah.
weird reggae thing in between those two.
There was white guy dread somewhere.
There was.
Nice.
There was a reggae moment in there too. You can't leave that out. I still love it. I found a all reggae radio station in my
Nice.
town recently, and I immediately texted Ryan. I was like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Did you have any weird phases? You ever have a
Yeah, of
goth
course.
phase?
No, it was a little weirder. I went through like a 50s phase, and then I went through like a big Johnny Cash phase, and then I went through a big Bob Dylan phase, and then I went through big Monkeys, like the band, and the shit phase. My whole life has just been phases, really.
We call those eras now.
Yeah, eras. There you go.
Nice. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of M.A.S.H this last like month.
Oh, such a great show.
Yeah, it's really good.
Does it? Okay.
I'm only on
Ma-
season 3, so don't spoil it.
M.A.S.H. What's it on? Do you know?
Hulu.
Okay. So
Yeah.
M.A.S.H. for me represented. I know is represented time to go to bed.
That literally everyone has told me
Oh
that.
yeah, okay.
My boyfriend's like, he said like when that was on, it was like everyone's falling asleep. So now we like watch it together, and he like starts falling asleep because it's like, you know,
Yeah, subconscious.
it's I've heard that from like so many people.
It was just when the good shows ended
And the
and the
creepy shows
parent
turned on.
shows, and it sounded so. I remember the look and the
Oh,
song.
the theme song is like really dark.
Yeah, it sounded so dark, and then like your mom would be like, "It's hilarious." You're like, "What?"
It is. I guess I'm a mom now.
And doesn't that show still hold a bunch of like records for
Probably, yeah. I don't know for sure, but I bet it does.
it
I mean,
does.
yeah, I think it had like, well, I don't know.
Like their finale was like the most viewed
Yes, yeah, I'm
something.
sure. Well, this is like another thing I was saying, like the check out the classics quote that I heard. It was like, why don't I try like watching like one of the longest running TV shows?
Yep.
Maybe I'll
So
give M.A.S.H. I mean, I'm already doing puzzles at the dining room table, so might as well get in on M.A.S.H.
I can't do puzzles because like if I start one, I have to finish it, and then I won't like talk to anyone or do anything until it's done.
Ugh.
They're not like enjoyable for me. It's like I have to do this. Don't talk to me.
In one sitting, you're like, I can't go to sleep.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't go on tour.
This puzzle.
Okay.
It was the finale and it still holds the record
That's
as
crazy.
the highest rated and most viewed.
I wonder what
Because it
happened.
was the only
Somehow-
show on back then.
No, it wasn't. It was like after All in the Family, they said.
Yeah.
That's like when they moved it to after that, and then it got like it went crazy. Like before the first season, it was like at a bad time and it like didn't do too well, and then they moved it, and then suddenly it took off. I accidentally watched the documentary instead of watching like the next episode. That's how
Gotta
I know
watch
that.
M.A.S.H.
But it was so good. I just let it keep going.
I was like, I can't turn this off. I
The
want to
best.
know.
I love sometimes that's the best. It just autoplays something like
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're really into
And
it.
you're hooked. And I was like,
I'm like,
and it started
don't
like
talk to me.
spoiling stuff, and I was like, I gotta turn this off.
Yep.
Oh, that's fun though. I like those little like I'll go back and try to watch this, especially if you get into it and you're like you were saying, a couple
Yeah.
seasons in, you're like, I actually like this show.
For sure. And it's been good to like distract me from how we can't go outside right now.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because it's so cold.
Okay. If you could interview any musician, live or dead, who would you choose? And in the same vein as bothering the band, so really stupid questions. What would you ask? What would you ask this person?
That's a great question. Hold on, I gotta think.
Take your time. We'll play them. We'll edit in the M.A.S.H. theme song.
Nice. Nice, thank you. I feel like can I do Norm Macdonald or does it have to be a band?
He
Oh,
played music on
yeah.
SNL. He counts.
Perfect. I'm sure there's like a very obvious answer I'm not thinking of.
But that's the thing. Everybody's already given the obvious answers. So
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I've been fortunate enough to like all my favorite bands, like the Lawrence Arms, they're like my friends now. So
That's
like
rad.
if you had asked me this like 10 years ago, I would have been like Brendan Kelly. But now I can ask him dumb questions whenever I want.
now you do it just to bother him. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say Norm Macdonald, but I feel like that's not my real answer.
Well, what would you ask him? What dumb question would you ask him?
Oh man, I don't know. This is a really hard question.
Can I borrow money? Spot
That's
me.
good.
You gotta spot me for this roulette.
He like lost all of his money like 3 times or something. I don't
Bar
know.
soap?
That's a really good question.
Bar soap or
Bar soap or liquid soap? Yeah, that works. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question.
We'll think of it. It's all good.
Oh, I know, and then I'll be like mad that I didn't think of anything.
You'll think of something like in an hour. You're like,
For sure.
well, when the next record comes out, we'll have you back on. And
Awesome. And then I'll have
we'll sort that out. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. So what's next for you and Sincere Engineer? What does the near future hold besides coming to Florida and partying with us?
Yeah, totally. And rollerblading. And magnet fishing. I'm not entirely sure yet what's happening this year. I'm sure we're gonna tour some more. I've got a show, like an acoustic show in February that hasn't been announced yet. And that's about it so far. I'm sure there's stuff coming. I'm just waiting to hear what the plan is. So, you know.
Well, whatever it is, we are super stoked for it. And
Thank you so much.
that's our program. We can't thank you enough for doing our silly but super fun.
Oh, this was super fun. Yeah. I had a great time. Thank you for having me.
The revolving door spins as my stomach turns. It's 2 a.m., third degree burns in my eyes. And sometimes it's alright, it's alright. And the telephone rings, now it's off the hook. While I try to sing the telephone book for someone to come by and save me for the night. 'Cause I'm so suffocated.